I must confess that as a person who was not over-enthusiastic about the introduction of television, I'm pleasantly surprised with what I've seen so far. Television has brought the world to our doorsteps and into our living rooms.
Dit is 5 Januarie 1976. Ons heet u welkom by die openingsaand van die volledige televisiediens van die SAUK.
After the opening night, the broadcasting industry in South Africa quickly advanced to become comparable to older, more established broadcasting services around the globe. The SABC enjoyed the powers of a monopoly until 1986, when the first pay TV subscription service was introduced, namely Mnet. Mnet started broadcasting for 12 hours a day with a 2-hour open time for non-subscribers. The service continued to gain traction and popularity, and by 1993, Mnet divided its operations and formed MultiChoice Kaleidoscope, which serves to handle the subscriber customer base. 2 years later, MultiChoice introduced digital technology to the African continent with the launch of DStv. As the years moved on, DStv grew and introduced new local shows like Carte Blanche and Egoli, as well as a super sport channel which featured both local and international sports events. In 2005, DStv followed this growth trend and launched its first personal video recorder. Following this introduction, DStv launched multiple versions of its decoder, such as the DStv Compact Decoder and the DStv Explorer Decoder. New services were also introduced, including DStv Catch-Up, Box Office, Showmax, and the DStv Now mobile app. It is the DStv Now app that will be focused on for this presentation, specifically the performance of the app within the broadcasting and online streaming industry, and how the front-end design of the app can be reimagined to increase customer satisfaction, trust, and value. In order to fully understand what front-end design alterations must be made, it is crucial to first identify key opportunities and threats in the industry, as well as the current performance of the app. DStv is presented with threats such as legal challenges, threats from new entrants, guerrilla attacks, and changing consumer behaviors. Current legal challenges include those from the Independent Communications Authority of South Africa. They feel that DStv has an unfair advantage in the broadcasting market as they own multiple sports and series broadcasting rights that other competitors, such as the SABC, are unable to attain. The Independent Communications Authority are threatening to withdraw these rights in order to stimulate fair competition in the market. DStv is also facing an increased threat as streaming giants Netflix and Amazon have entered the South African streaming and paid TV market. In 2018, MultiChoice reported that the company has felt the impact of the entrance and stated that the trend of growth continues in the mass market, but that the premium DStv tier subscriptions are indicating declining growth. Additionally, Netflix launched a guerrilla advertising campaign, inexplicitly poking fun at MultiChoice and its installation process of DStv. New consumer behaviors have developed, namely binge-watching behaviors and cord-cutting behaviors. Netflix allows more opportunity for binge-watching behaviors, whereas DStv Now faces challenges in keeping subscribers due to the lack of binge-enhancing features. Consumers are also demonstrating cord-cutting behaviors. Those who do either downgrade to lower-priced pay TV subscriptions or terminate traditional pay TV services altogether in favor of other streaming services. Not only are there threats present in the industry, but opportunities as well. MultiChoice still maintains a strong leadership position, which provides many strategic opportunities, such as first-mover advantages. According to a PwC report, South Africa is still the largest TV market on the African continent and continues to demonstrate strong growth. Thus, despite being a mature market, South Africa has a growing middle class that continues to indicate the potential of the TV market by providing long-term opportunities for service providers. MultiChoice faces new opportunities with regards to sporting and series rights. Currently, They will be able to attain a large amount of viewers due to the Rugby World Cup event later this year and more recently from the final season of Game of Thrones set to release soon. Finally, consumers are increasingly viewing content on multiple platforms such as their phones and their TV at the same time. DStv is using this trend to its advantage through the DStv Now app. With regards to the performance of the app, market research was conducted to gain a better understanding of customer satisfaction of the app. Through conducting complaint solicitations and netography, it was established that the customer provider gaps 2, 3, and 4 exist with regards to the app. Gap 2 indicates that customers are not happy with the design of the app. Many felt that the app freezes or crashes, and that there was a lack of series and episode information, and that channel variety was very limited. In some cases, consumers could only find 5 channels available. Gap 3 indicates that consumers felt that there was a lack of service recovery, and that the service provider was not even looking at the reviews and suggestions of the app, let alone fixing the problems. Finally, Gap 4 simply indicated that customers felt that what was being presented in advertisements did not actually match the experience they were having with the app. This leads to a plan of action. With regards to Gap 2, a new front-end design will be implemented to ensure the designs are up to customer standards, allowing value, satisfaction, and trust to be established. In terms of Gap 3 and 4, additional strategies will be suggested to ensure that the gaps are closed. With regards to the alterations made to the app, the presentation will indicate what the current version of the app looks like, and after, the suggested alterations will be provided and explained. The current home screen presents the recently watched channels and new and returning shows as well as new movies. However, the format of the screen is very similar. All series and shows are presented in the same rectangle and can be seen as aesthetically boring, not grabbing the user's attention but rather confusing them. In the altered version, the bottom navigation bar has changed, providing 4 clear options that allows the user to quickly navigate between functions. The download feature has been moved to the top left corner of the screen and also allows for quicker and ease of use. A highlighted TV program or live sports event is presented at the top of the screen that draws the user's attention. The home screen has also been changed in terms of the format and categories of content. A Just For You section has been added that will be catered to the individual user's viewership pattern. The presentation of the content has also been altered into a more dynamic shape and outlined with colors that match the color scheme. By changing the color scheme and shapes, the viewer's attention is grabbed. Dynamic shapes break up the strict square pattern that once was, and the front-end design becomes more entertaining. In the current episode selection screen, the current episode of the series is presented, as well as information regarding the episode and the season. Other shows are also recommended based on the themes of the show being selected. However, in the altered version, the episode that was last watched by the viewer, according to their specific viewer data, will be presented. This allows the user more convenience as they will be able to continue watching from where they left off and do not risk any spoilers. Further suggestions will be kept on the screen as the original app format. The current catch-up screen indicates a featured section whereby both movies and series are categorized in various themes such as new and returning shows. However, when the user moves to the Only Series or Movies option, then various types of series and movies is provided with no categorization, allowing the user to easily feel overwhelmed and not being able to find the desired series or movie. In the altered version, the user will be faced with a category of content at the top of the screen. The featured category will be removed in order to increase the ease of use and clearly indicate which content is a series and which is a movie. Within the TV show section, there will again be a highlighted area where the latest series is promoted. In this example, the app displays the popular TV series Game of Thrones, and that it is returning soon and that viewers should catch up before winter. This promotes usage and binge watching behavior. In the movie screen, there will be a list of new movies available to watch. Beneath this section will be a banner highlighting the Sunday movie of the week. Below the highlighted Sunday Movie of the Week banner follows categories dedicated to various movie genres and themes such as Marvel Mania or sci-fi and fantasy. The current live TV section allows the individual to select a channel that they desire. Once they have selected it, they are able to move between channels, swiping up and seeing what types of channels are available, or selecting a new category and then selecting a channel. With the altered version, the concept is kept the same when looking and trying to select a channel from the list. However, once the user is actually viewing a channel, they are able to swipe left between the channels of the same categories, such as sports. And if they would like to change categories, then they could swipe up and select a different category and continue in the same process. With regards to the current downloads function, the individual can only download certain series and movies, and the content also expires after a certain amount of days. For the altered version, two main alterations have been made. First, there has been an added feature that suggests to users what other content is available for download, such as movies or series. Second, users are given a new smart download option at the top left-hand corner of the screen. This option can be turned on or off and allows the user to spend less time managing downloads and more time watching. With this function, the next episode is automatically downloaded for the user, and those that have already been watched will be deleted. The next section looks at how the app fits into the DSTV's overall service strategy and how the previously identified gaps have been closed. Through the front-end design of the app, customer satisfaction and value will increase, as studies have shown that what users encounter first is the design of the app. If users are pleased with the design, then satisfaction is achieved. The remaining gaps 3 and 4 are aligned with the issue of customer trust. Trust exists when one party has confidence in the other party's reliability and integrity. With regards to Gap 3, trust is established if DSTV and multi-choice ensures that service recovery is adequate. Multi-choice must ensure that employees are willing and able to deliver quality services and that they are motivated to perform customer-oriented tasks. With regards to Gap 4, multi-choice must establish effective vertical communications within the company that keeps employees informed of corporate strategies and marketing messages that allows them to effectively communicate to consumers accurately. Thus, if DSTV now takes into account these design alterations and service recovery suggestions, they will be able to maintain both a leadership position within the pay TV market as well as the online streaming market. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and have a lovely day.